The Vermont Historical Society held its 68th annual conference in Manchester on Saturday, October 29th, at the Manchester Community Library, its first return to a full day-long conference since the start of the COVID pandemic. The event brought together historical societies from across the state to trade ideas and hear discussions about projects underway and communicating the importance of connecting their hometowns to their historical pasts. At the start of the conference, several awards recognizing the exceptional work being done by individuals and community heritage organizations from across the state were handed out. One of the awards of excellence was given to the Manchester Historical Society, with special recognition given to the Historical Society's curator, Sean Harrington, who developed a computer app to give the background for someone making a walking tour of Manchester. Steve Perkins, the executive director of the State Historical Society, introduced the award.
For many years, the Manchester Historical Society, through the work of curator Sean Harrington, has expanded the outreach and presence of the Society through the use of social media and online collections. To date, this has included digitizing over 15,000 photos showcasing the variety of stories within Manchester's history. Building on this work, Sean recently supplied the text, the narration, and over 100 photos and captions to build a travel stories app, a free walking tour of Manchester that's available on cell phones and online. The tour includes many interesting places in Manchester's three main neighborhoods: Manchester Village, Manchester Center, and Manchester Depot. The Travel Stories app provides history on the go for visitors in town, as well as highlights special locations accessible to anyone online. The use of images, oral narration, and GPS technology offers a promising new direction for traditional history tours about a town. You can learn more about this app in the Vampires and Fly Fishing session this afternoon. But in the meantime, congratulations to the Manchester Historical Society on this award of excellence.
The app provides someone exploring Manchester with the historical record of several of the noteworthy buildings and sites around the town. Afterwards, we had a chance to talk with Sean about the app and how it came to be down at the Historical Society's headquarters on the ground floor of the library.
You know, this year the Manchester Historical Society is going to be celebrating its 125th anniversary. And one of the great things that we've had over the years is we've had people who have recorded, for instance, Levi D. Coy in 1898. He described almost every house from the Sunderland line to the northern border of Manchester, went through all the primary streets, who lived there, when the houses were built, you know, how it's changed, how many kids, I mean, it's just really a remarkable repository of information. So, you know, fast forward to today, you know, we're constantly trying to figure out ways where we host walking tours, we've done brochures, we've done booklets, but we really wanted to do something that would be engaging with the public who comes and they want to know what's, you know, a little bit about Manchester. So Frederica Templeton, who's the president of the Historical Society, learned about Travel Stories GPS. She actually knew the founder. So she became kind of enamored with the idea and approached the board, and, you know, it was an investment, but a worthwhile investment. And, you know, then it kind of fell upon me to kind of put the content together, to choose the 20 sites in the Village, Depot, and Center, and from there create the content. Now, creating the content, as I always like to say, as the curator for a great collection, I don't really have to come up with anything original because it's all been written down, which is, you know, I'm so incredibly fortunate for that, you know, people have been recording, you know, these pieces of history, you know, for, you know, the last couple hundred years. So what was exciting about it is I was able to harvest little bits from all these various sources we have and kind of put them together for this, you know, new way of people exploring the streetscape. So, you know, how it works is you know, you can load it up on your smartphone, either an iPhone or a Android, and it's GPS activated. So as you walk down the streets and you come to, you know, within a certain distance, it'll activate on your phone and it'll begin an audio narration, either by myself or another board member. Katie McNabb is the other voice on it. We split it 10 apiece. And There are 100 photos, 5 for each of the 20 places, and they're all captioned, so it's really kind of a fun way to explore the town.
2 other local historical societies were also recognized for their work. The Landgrove Historical Society for a video entitled Monk and Lester, about a farming family, and a group from Arlington who produced a play presented at the Federated Church in East Arlington about the capture and rescue of Remember Baker, who was a cousin of Ethan Allen's and a major figure in the Green Mountain Boys and pre-Revolutionary War period in Arlington.
As part of the 250th anniversary of the event, a group of dedicated volunteers created an original live theatrical production. Based on historical accounts, the idea was to tell the story of Remember Baker, as well as help to explain the historical context of the continuing land disputes between the New Hampshire Grants and New York in a way that engaged the audience and made them a part of the action. In addition to the play, the over 100 attendees were able to interact with reenactors as well as local history organizations. The event showcases a creative approach to telling more traditional history narratives, as well as an example to other organizations on potential activities related to the upcoming 250th anniversary of the United States.
For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.